Hi, this is Stuart from Matt's Playground, and this is our first video roundup of new children's apps for iOS. This is stuff that we've been playing in April and writing about on the site, and just a chance to have a look at it and see how it plays. Starting with Endless 123, which is from a company called Originator Kids, who are in the US, and they have a really good game from last year called Endless Alphabet. So, like that game, this is based on a bunch of colourful monsters who help your kids learn. In this case, it's numbers. So, each number has its own monster and its own little animation. So, we will pick 3.
3. 1, 2, 3.
And basically, every number is a little character, and you can drag them around.
1. 2.
And they say their name.
3. 1, 2, 3.
And after each one, you then have a sum.
Plus. 2. 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Touch the monster's eyes to wake it up. 1, 2, 3.
It's kind of a combination of silliness and counting, simple maths. And each monster comes on, does a little kind of dance or a little animation.
Abby has 3 eyes and needs special sunglasses to shade them all from the sun. Count by 2s. 2, 4. 2, 4, 2, 4. Plus 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Touch the monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So they're very colourful and characterful, these monsters. Your kids will have their favourite numbers, and so on. Next up is an app called Rio II, based on the film with the same name to come out in cinemas this summer for kids. So it's a tale of Blue, the macaw, and his family. So this is the sequel to the first Rio, where he met his other half, and now they have a family and they're going on an adventure. So like a lot of books, book apps based on movies, this has the story. And it's basically the story of the movie.
Hi again, it's Blue, and I'm back to tell you about
And it reads
another
long, and if you can see the word highlighting along
In
the bottom,
case you don't remember,
you can choose to turn off the volume and just read it yourself. So depending on children's reading age, if they're good at reading, they can read it. If not, they can have it read to them.
Hi again, it's Blue, and I'm back to tell you about
You make your way through the picture. So it's basically still images from the film.
Some people are willing to pay a lot of money for rare
And the
birds
story
like
itself.
Tickle and me. So an evil
So there is other stuff to do though. There is a colouring section. And here you have, you can see what I've done already actually. I did this very early one, I was very proud. So this is a colouring page. So you have basically different areas. You have the colours along the bottom, you have different tools, and you have stickers. And the thing I like about this is when you colour, it kind of helps you go within the lines, but not like you don't feel like you're being restricted. If you push hard enough, it will go over. So you can end up with a nice picture where you feel like you've done the work. Your child feels like you've done the work, obviously. Me too. But it looks nice. So that's that. Take a picture of it, send it, share it. got a good loading screen as well. There you go. And then there are 3 mini games: Sky Soccer, Monkey Mash, and Fruit Crusher, which all feature different characters in the film.
Pull blue back to kick the soccer ball through the defense and into the net.
It's all spoken instructions, so kids can kind of see what they have to do. Being English, I shouldn't be good at this. It's kind of a penalty shootout with birds. There you go. Out of the World Cup again. So they're very simple mini games, I think, for small children to kind of play with. They're also based on things you may notice, things you may have seen before from Mobile Game World.
To shoot touching fruit.
This is like a game where you're trying to match fruit. It's like Bust a Move if you've ever played that as an adult. I'm rubbish at it. But if you're less rubbish than me... Oh. There you go. So it's kind of colourful, easy to play. And then the last game is Monkey Mash.
Tap the monkeys as fast as you can to increase your score. Be careful not to hit Louise.
So it's basically whack-a-mole but with monkeys. So kind of good fun again, very simple. Young children can play it, I think they'll enjoy it. Next up is called Upside Down Bunnies. No, this is called Wonder Bunny ABC Race. This is from a Finnish company called Fantastic, who previously did a game about maths, which was a similar idea. And the idea being is you race bunnies by choosing the right letters. So the game is based into levels. Each level features a certain amount of letters, and these 3 are available at the start. The rest you have to pay for. It's a free game, but you pay by net purchase to unlock different bits. So it shows you the course, and you can sort of see what numbers are coming up. But yes, so here we go. The bunny runs, and you have to basically tap the letters on the bottom of the screen as quickly as you can. You'll quickly realise the order it's going in. And you get faster and faster as you tap the right letters. If you tap the wrong letter, you stop. So you're basically tapping ABC in this one. It's very simple word recognition. Letter recognition rather. You earn carrots as you go through. You get ratings. And these carrots can be spent on virtual items for your bunny. So you can get new bunnies. You can get here we go, items. So you can buy things in that. You can buy a heart-coloured bunny, for the mask bunny, but you can also spend your carrots that you've earned on different things, like spots and stripes and flowers. So it's a mixture of things you can buy. Obviously parents need to make sure it's locked down, so they can't buy them without you knowing. And the way the game works is you have the first 3 levels for free, and then you can choose to pay to get the extra ones. So to get the whole game unlocked, it's £3.99, but you can unlock 15 levels at a time for £1.99, £2.49, or 3 at a time for 69p. So if your kids, you can try it for free. If your kids like it, then you can choose how much of it you want to buy. And then it gets gradually more complicated, so you can sort of see C, D, E, D, E, F, C, D, E, F. So each section is basically 3 letters at a time, and then 4 letters at the end, the more complicated one. The other thing you have at the end is you have a race with an actual bunny, Bunny's Khan in this case, where you're kind of competing against another player. And this time you've got 4 letters in a row. I'm actually better at this than I am most driving games. And as you go through, you get these badges, which go into your book of badges. I'm telling you how far you've got through the game. So that's Wonder Bunny ABC. Also this month, that's new, is FlummoxVision. This is an interesting app. This is a TV show that's making its debut not as a TV show, but as an app. It's an iPad app, downloaded for free. And the theme is about science. It's about a Professor Flummox and his friends who are trying to make inventions. And the idea of this app is it's for children who have social and emotional challenges, autism, if they have attention deficit issues, or if they're just, I think the way it describes it is they're bright but quirky. But really, I think all kids, it's them teaching them about social and emotional subjects with a little bit of science too. It's quite fun. So, it's in episodes. You get one episode for free in the download here. You will be able to buy more later on.
Milo, I have something really exciting to tell you.
Actually, Wanda, I have something very exciting to tell you too.
They just released a new graphic novel in the Galactic Crystal series.
I just read about a new dinosaur fossil discovery in the Utah desert, the Cosmoceratops.
This one is actually a prequel to the series and takes place during the uprising in the Cabal of Typhoon.
It's a bit like Big Bang Theory for kids in setup. So from the app, you can zoom to different parts.
This party isn't turning out the way I was expecting. Excuse me, I need a moment.
At any point, you can.
Is there cake?
I think what Susie was trying to say was that we were expecting a little more, well, togetherness.
So you can turn on discussion points.
True, Milo, but you could be in the same room, but not be, well, part of the group. Professor Flummox, for example. If we just look at where you are over there, you're not with our group.
You can also turn on subtitles.
Of course. Sorry about that.
Sometimes when you're not part of the group, your friends might feel ignored, or they might even think that you don't like them.
To be honest, a lot of this stuff, social emotional skills, I think it's suitable for all children really. If they like the characters and like the themes and that, they might absorb it too. So I don't think it's just for children with autism or just for children who are struggling to deal with some of these things. But that's the main aim. And actually the person who co-founded it, who made it, her 10-year-old son has a mild form of autism, and that was the spur for creating it. And it's come out this month in time for National Autism Awareness Month. So it's all part of that. The way it works is you get this first episode for free. There's another episode called The Alternate Method, which is a short one, which is £1.99 for 3 minutes. And there will be more coming along. So the idea is they'll sell your episodes in app and parents will pay them for them. So it's quite fun. I like the idea that it's science. That's quite interesting. It's inventions and robots and that kind of thing. But time will tell, I guess, how good the characters are, how well children respond to them. It's a very interesting one. This is called FlummoxVision, and it's fresh out this week. Right, next up is a famous character, Mr. Tickle. This is one of the Mr. Men, the first Mr. Men app in a little while, by Egmont, the book publisher. And again, it's a mixture of the story and activities and fun around it. So,
Story Mr. Tickle by Roger Hargreaves. Read by David Williams.
I was going to say, you might recognise the voice if you're British. Comedian David Williams.
Hello, my name's Mr. Tickle!
It's very faithful to the original illustrations in the books of the Mr. Men, if you've ever read them. But with animation, they've animated everything and made it look nice and kind of moving. So each scene has noise, animation, things happening. And you tap on it to read it. Again with word highlighting so you can see.
In his small house at the other side of the wood, Mr. Tickle was asleep. You didn't know that there was such a thing as a tickle, did you? Well, there is. Tickles are small and round, and they have arms that stretch.
So you may see those little stars
And stretch.
on the screen. This shows the children they can do something.
Extraordinarily long arms. Mr. Tickle was fast asleep. He was having a dream. It must have been a very funny dream because it made him laugh out loud, and that woke him up. He sat up in bed, stretched his extraordinarily long arms, and yawned. And
So, pretty faithful to the story.
activity fun.
On the other side, again, there's a mixture of colouring and games. So colouring is again a mixture of paints, pencils, and you can go between and have different characters. And so this is about Mr. Tickle, the actual story, but the colouring has other Mr. Men, little Mrs. characters. There are
Faces.
funny faces. I mean, this is where you basically create a character with your own eyes and noses and bows and so on. So you can have quite a lot of fun creating your own Mr. Man. You can use different different characters per space, create whatever you like. And then finally there is
Whack-a-worm.
another whack-a-worm game, a whack-a-mole game. It's very peaceful music. And that's Mr. Tickle. The next app is Sago Mini Monsters, which is the latest app from Sago, who are the sister studio for preschoolers of Tokaboka. And this actually reminds me of another game app they had called Sago Mini Bug. I can't remember the name of it. It was Bugs. This time it's Monsters. And it's very much designed for very small children, so it's not complicated, it's very easy to use. So you start with a base, and you paint it. I've done a lot of painting on the iPad today. In fact, I think I've done more painting with apps than my children have. And then you're given eyes and ears and a mouth, but you can pull things off and they get new ones. And new things appear until you have the one you like. And then you can feed them. Ooh, a boot. You may notice their teeth are a bit British in terms of colour, but that's okay. Oh. Again, British, because next you clean their teeth. So there's a little bit of light education here for children, reminding them that they have to clean their teeth after eating old boots. And at the end, you can stick on little things that appear in the swamp. That's two. And when you're finished, you can take a snap, which saves it to your photos for later. And then it's back into the group for another monster. And each time they're different, you get different options. So basically, you come back and you play it, and you see the different kind of monster types. keep pulling things off until you get the right thing. There you go. You can even switch mouths between courses. Now, in my experience, I have two small boys. Their favourite bit was the burp. And that's the bit that keeps them playing every time. And there you go, gleaming new. And, oh, one more actually, Kung Fu Robot. This has been out for a while. It's a really good comic book app starring a Kung Fu Robot. But what's just happened recently is it's got an update with a new episode. So this came out last year for free, and it was a story about this Kung Fu Robot. And now as an in-app purchase, there's a second episode, and I really like this. It's got lots of humour and charm. It's all about Kung Fu Robot, peanut butter sandwiches, and a whole array of kind of zany goings on. So this is volume 2, which is what I've bought. It's very atmospheric, and it's kind of like, it's a comic book, it's a motion comic book, but you don't turn pages. Instead, you sort of swipe your way through it going down. You can turn off. So it's very, very well done in the comic book. There's lots going on, and you feel like you're affecting it as you move through. Every time we do it, it's a kind of like a martial arts sound. But that's not all there is. So obviously you have the story. So volume 1 was free, that's up here. Volume 2 was what you pay for in purchase, but they also have these mini games which feature the characters from the story. So here we're saving ninjas, or saving the store from the ninjas. I haven't let my children have a go on this yet. So that's that one. And there's also this is the sound effects drum and bass. So that's good fun. And then there's a unicycle race in the new episode. So this is a bit like, if you ever played a game called Cannibal or Endless Runner games for adults, where something's running along and you have to jump to keep going. Not sure how I avoid that thing. What am I doing wrong? Oh, here we go. Swing at obstacles. Okay. Ah, here we go. Ah, no. So that's Kung Fu Robot. And that is the apps we've been playing for the last few days. We're going to start doing more videos like this, so stay tuned and come to appsplayground.com for the latest ones we've been writing about.